Welcome to Easy Atmosphere add-on tutorial video. In this video, I will briefly explain how to use this add-on. The installation is actually the same as the regular add-on. After the installation is complete, we can press into open the sidebar and find the panel. The add-on support English, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese and Japanese. The default language is English. After clicking the Start and Import Nodes button, the add-on will be activated. It will add a node group to all materials to create an aerial perspective effect. Clicking Calculate Height Fog button will calculate parameters for all objects set to render, generating a global control cube named Easy Atmosphere Controller for height fog. Just like in the video, if we create a new model and a new material during subsequent use, but the new material does not have the add-on's node group added, in this case, we can click the Redetect and Add Nodes to All Materials button to redetect and add the node group. Clicking Remove Nodes from All Materials, remove all add-ons node groups from materials. The numeric panel and the color gradient node are the main controls for the fog variables. The minimum depth represents the distance at which aerial perspective begins to appear. The maximum depth represents the distance at which aerial perspective reaches its maximum effect. Depth intensity is the brightness of the depth fog. The minimum height and maximum height control height fog. They are automatically calculated by the add-on with a default value of 0 and 1. Height intensity is the brightness of the height fog. This section dynamically updates the usage of the node group in materials, facilitating the checking of materials that have not yet had the node group added for easier management. This dynamically calculates the distance from the active camera to the farthest object. It makes it convenient for us to input the value for the maximum depth. We can see here that the maximum depth is about 150. In this case, we can keep the minimum depth unchanged and adjust the maximum depth to 240. You can see that this has produced a very noticeable effect overall. Try adjusting the depth intensity, and you'll find that when it's set to 5, it looks too artificial. Generally, the depth intensity is kept at 1. Since the height fog is automatically calculated by the add-on, we generally do not adjust the minimum height and maximum height. Instead, we usually tweak the color gradient node to achieve the desired effect, which we will explain later. Then we move to the color gradient panel and start with the depth fog's color gradient node. The color gradient corresponds from left to right to the minimum and maximum depth. We can adjust the color and position of the sliders to control the way the fog changes. The height fog color gradient node corresponds from left to right to the scene's minimum and maximum height, which is automatically calculated by the add-on. 0 represents the lowest point, and 1 represents the highest point. By adjusting the position of the sliders, you can control the variation of the height fog. The effect is not very noticeable in an indoor scene. Let's switch to an outdoor scene to take a look. As you can see, in larger scale scenes, the effect is more pronounced. The add-on also provides a preset library for users. Users can utilize presets from the library, as well as save or delete their desired presets. Select a preset and click the Apply the selected preset button, and you can apply the preset globally to the scene. When you've achieved the desired effect, you can enter a name in the preset input box and click the Save Current Depth Preset button to save the preset. You can find your saved preset in the preset menu. We can try applying the preset we just saved to see if it loads successfully. As expected, the preset is loaded as intended. If you wish to delete your preset, simply select the preset and click the Delete Selected Depth Preset button to remove it. Please note that the preset library currently only supports depth presets, and the default presets in the library cannot be deleted. The add-on is also capable of adapting to alpha materials. If a material is an alpha material, we can go into the Materials node group, find the alpha texture, select the alpha channel, and connect it to the alpha input of the add-on's node group. This will complete the adaptation. This add-on is compatible with both Cycles and Eve renderers. Let's take a look at the effects in different renderers. That's all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching.